Hello and welcome to Ego podcast, Ego NetCast, and this is a recording with an app called BossJock, and now I will test the Radio Ego 1920s Aussies jingle by Roy Music with a K, Musik by Roy Music with a K on SoundCloud. And here is the jingle.
Radio Ego, Radio Ego, podcast Radio Ego, podcast Radio, Radio Ego, Radio Ego, Radio Netcast Radio, Netcast Radio, Radio Ego, Radio Ego. This is Radio Ego, this is Radio Ego, this is Radio Ego.
It was a jingle by Roy Music with a K on SoundCloud. What do you think about it? It was inspired, you could say, with Radio Gaga by Queen, about 40 seconds long. So do you think that's too long, it's too short, or is it perfect length? And I will test this duck thing that you could fade out and fade in during a jingle and say something. So I'm testing this BossJock app now, so I have to learn how to use it. It's different boxes here that you could put sound. So I bought from SoundSnap, a service. So now I will test another sound here, and that's commercial, or a man who says something about our sponsors. So with that, I'll tune in to our sponsor message.
And now a word from our semi-alternate sponsor.
And it's a bit in a humorous way, and the sponsor, I could say, is Patreon, patreon.com/Lyceum, and there you could sponsor my blogging and podcasting. And I give a shout out to Niklas Larsson, ultrarunner.nu, that have sponsored my show with $10 per month. So I could buy things like this BossJock app, and also the subscription fee or for the libsyn that I will .com that I will upload this recording to. That's about $20 per month, and it's including a podcast app that I will test later on, so you could listen to my show with a specific app. And now we have here a fire alarm with a big announcement. And hereby I announce that I will start a new podcast together with Lotta Gergils Aston, and she is a trend thinker and analyst. And we will have a show about trend spotting, trend podding, trend casting, with an integrated mind and body. And we'll look at things like social media, gadgets, tech, society, economy, etc. So we are thinking of having it's every fortnight to begin with. Maybe we'll start out every month, and then every fortnight, every 2 weeks, and maybe in the future every week. And around the time is about 15 to 30 minutes, and then later on interviews, and maybe we will have about 45 or an hour then. And we will have different segments, like an intro, like an outro, sponsor messages, maybe a rad or fad segment similar to the Social Hour with Amber Mack and Sarah Lane. Tips and tricks, trends, looking so-called in the crystal balls, see what's in the future. For example, what's going on with SoundCloud. Now there seems to be a new app, new version is focused only on the music, not the recording possibilities. So there, maybe that open up for alternatives like Audible and others. What's your take on that? And we will also, of course, create then show notes with a blog, probably on Ego NetCast to start out with. Maybe we'll have our own specific, unique, URL later on. And then also through Twitter, Google+, etc. And then we have to come up with a new name. Could it be something in the lines of cartoon series Futurama, number 42, or something like that, something with a futuristic aspect to it. And here we could have another sponsor message or commercial break. It could be, maybe a gadget or something like that. So here's a male announcer saying about commercial break.
We'll be right back following these commercials.
So you're welcome to have a commercial here. Right now it's so-called commercial free, but with sponsor messages for Patreon and others. And here around the half time, I have in my podcast, I have a philosophical question about the trader principle. Maybe we could have a similar question or something that we have during half time, then around 50 minutes or so if we have a half an hour show, and then we will hear this sound, a whistle, like a referee. Now, are you following the World Cup? Could you see any trends with that, with the soccer tournament? It was interesting to see that almost USA was almost giving Belgium a match here the other day. It was pretty fascinating to see, because in America you have a big sports where, of course, the real football, American football with Super Bowl, you have basketball and you have baseball, and then I think ice hockey is coming, and then down the list is soccer. So, and with that we will now come with the ending, and that's a kettle, a tea kettle. So it's around almost 8 minutes 30 seconds here. So we'll end with tuning out with the tea kettle, and I will take a sip of the tea, the Middle Kingdom black tea. So with that I say cheers and talk to you soon again. You could check out egonetcast.com or the Patreon site, patreon.com/Lyceum, and I will put some other links in the show notes also. So with that I say cheers and talk to you soon again. So, over and out. This is Martin Lindeskog, July 2nd, 2014, Ego Netcast. Cheerio.